right, so shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakatham, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom. All right, so Lord, willing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, I want to go into this lesson real fast. Lord, when this title, The Light of the Wicked, is put out, right? And this lesson comes through the inspiration of the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and through a lesson of one of the brothers earlier, right? He was going into how, Esau don't control that narrative no more. How the truth is flourishing now. For so long, Esau had the world in delusion. He had the whole world drunken, right? But now everybody's mad because they realize they've been spiked with that poison wine. Esau been putting out his philosophies, his ways, his his lifestyle, and people is realizing they're wicked, and everything they push is wickedness and is lies. Elder Apostle Aromla, matter of fact, let's go to the let's go here to the Blue Letter Bible. Let's go to Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says right here in verse 4, it says, "But ye are forgers of liars." It's like, you forgers of lies, your opposition of no value, right? It says, NLT says, "As for you, you smear me with lies. As physicians, you are worthless quacks." When you go into that word, forgers, right? Means what? To smear, to plaster over, to stick and glue. And that's what they did. They done plastered, smeared these lies all over the world, all over everywhere, right? And they stick with them. They don't try to turn their back from it. They just keep stacking lies on lies on lies, which they even contradict themselves in a lot of lies they put out, right? We'll stay in the Blue Letter Bible. I want to go into right here, to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, right? And it reads, it says, also because he transgressed, he's talking about the wicked, Esau, he transgressed by wine. What is that wine? His philosophies, his ways, right? His lifestyle, right? And everybody been drunken off of it for so long, but now everybody is sobering up, right? That's what we're going to get to in Jeremiah, right? But it says, he is a proud man, either keepeth their home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and as his death, and he cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, he put to him all people, right? And people slowly starting to realize the deception and the, where right now it's at an all-time high. You see a lot of people question these religions, these Christians, they question the government, they question all these things because Esau lies. He keeps stacking lies on lies and lies, and now the truth is out. So now, in order for you to lie, you gotta know the truth. All of a sudden, they realizing that they've been knowing it. They've been knowing it. The people realizing these elites and these people who are in rulership, have been knowing the truth. They just hid it from them, and now the truth is going out. And the people are all they're mad. They're in disarray. And Esau, he knows he's losing the people. Right? I did a lesson other day, and I asked chat. Right? Let's go to chat. We'll ask him again. Chat. Let's go to chat. Right? Let's go to chat. Right? And let's ask him again. Is the people starting to question the government? Right? It's a simple question, right? Yes, in many countries, especially the United States, a large number of people are openly questioning government institutions more than they used to. Right? Because why? Right here, more than they used to. Right? Tad told exactly what we want to know. Right? Why? Because for so long, the people was drunk. The people were drunk and they were transgressed by that wine. Not even just people in the U.S., all over the world. But now they're starting to realize the deception, right, and the wickedness. And Esau is declining day by day, right? Esau declining day by day. He's falling off day by day. And people are seeing that. They seeing the lies now he put out. So Esau has that. He no longer has that veil that he used to cover them lies he used to smear, that force of lies he smeared on everybody, right? The people are cleaning up. People are sobering up, right? The people are starting to realize it because the truth is out, right? I had to go back to the Apocrypha for this. Book of 2nd Esdras, right? And in the lesson, this is one of the lesson under precepts the brother brought out as well, but this right here is a good one. 2nd Esdras 27, right? 6 and 27, Slocky, right? It says, for evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. And when he read this, what made me want to go into the lesson. The lies of the wicked shall be put out. Because for evil shall be put out. It's going to be put out, right? That fire, that light they have, remember we tossing the water. Once that water is, now the truth is understanding. It's going out. Now the people who don't trust God, that deception, it ain't working no more, right? That deceivableness, it ain't working no more. Right? So, but we know Esau's crafty and cunning, so he'll try another plan to see those 2/3, the miracle things he do. It's going to see the 2/3. But the people are realizing now. No, a lot of people are backing away from this America, like they're backing away from this place, right? A lot of people are trying to get up and go other places because they don't really know what's going on for real, right? Esau had people so caught up in the seed for a while ago, but now everybody realizing, like, boy, hold on, right? It says, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And that's what's going on, right? The truth has been declared. So now everybody is in that disbelief because they realizing they've been led wrong, right? You know, right? So now let's go back to the go here. Let's go to Jeremiah, right? So Jeremiah 51, right? Jeremiah 51 and verse 7, right? It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, because the Most High put him there and position that they're in. That made all the earth drunken. Well, out there what? Drunken out what? By their wine, their fornication, right? The philosophy, their ways, right? You know, do this, do that, do this, do that. You want your city to get rich, you want to have a great country, you do this, do that, right? It said the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. The nations are mad now because they realize they've been spiked with that poison wine. And it's backfiring on everybody. Everybody realizing what's going on, right? So now that veil Esau had, that deception Esau had, is falling off. So we know his next resort is going to be the sword. But now he's falling off, right? All right, here we're going to read it in verse 7 in NLT. It says, Babylon has been a gold cup in Lord Yahweh's hand, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. It drove them all mad because they realized the lies that Esau done put out. They realized the lies that Esau done told them their whole life, right? You know, and now Esau can't come to people and because for so long our nation was down. We was down. We was slaves. So anything Esau said, they controlled our knowledge. They controlled what we knew. They controlled the books we read. They controlled all those things, right? But now in these last days, knowledge is increased. Knowledge is going out, right? So now we've been woken up through the spirit of Prophet Yahweh Shah. And people are starting to see, and people ain't done. Esau dumbed them down, but now people are starting to wake up and see. People are starting to understand, right? So now that the deception, that veil Esau done smother them lies, they done smother people with, people are coming away from that, right? That you know, the evil shall be, let's go back to that, right? The evil shall be put out, right? The evil shall be put out, man, right? So he was standing there. Let's go to Proverbs, right? I got a few precepts I want to read, Lord willing, right? You know, Proverbs, and I want to go make this alone. This is the spirit on me to go into this. Had a few precepts to go into, right? But the main point is it all, right? You see, now searched it up, man. You know, the people are losing trust in this place, right? Because all these lies and all these deception that Esau done put in everybody's face, man, they ain't believing it no more. It don't work no more. So now Esau, you know, Esau gonna try to come up with a new plan. He try to come up with a new motive to try to get everybody back into his way. To try to get everybody back under his how I put it. Got everybody back under his deception, right? It says, yes, many countries, especially the United States, a large number of people are openly questioning government institutions more than they used to. Polls over the last few years show trust in government near historic lows. People are backing away from this place. They ain't trusting this place, right? You know, people don't know what to believe no more. You know, it says in the U.S., surveys from groups like Pew Search and Gallup shows low trust in Congress, declining confidence in courts and federal agencies, frustration over inflation, wars, immigration, corruption, and political polarization. Right? What Elias Shawan would call it, that pseudoscience. I was reading on that earlier, man. Them false lies, them false ways, that pseudoscience, it ain't working no more, man. Right? It's falling off. Right? Because why? The truth is out here. Right? And we searching. Right? We study for ourselves, but we searching. We find out. You got to do deep research to find out certain things. We searching. Books are coming back, right? You know, receipts are starting to show, right? And He losing his control over the narrative day by day. You know, he been lost control of the elect Yahweh Shah, the chosen one, the sister man Yahweh Shah. He been out of that, right? But now the world is starting to see it. The world, he's starting to lose it over the world. That's why he's getting so. That's why he's moving now more and more like a madman. He's just invading places. He's moving with a sword now because that deception ain't got everybody tricked no more, right? You know, it says and growing belief that the system mainly serves elites rather than ordinary people. People realize that secret council, right? That secret council, people are questioning it. What's up with that secret society? What's up? People are rebelling, right? Say rebelling, right? The people like, man, hell nah. Y'all getting rich, we can barely live. What's going on? You know, right? It says some conservatives feel the government is too powerful and disconnected from its citizens. Some progressives feel institutions protect wealth and power more than fairness or democracy, right? People are starting to realize that, and that's what's going to be the downfall of this place, right? What is that? Dang, what is that? What's in Job? What is that? Bear with me. Matter of fact. Yep. Right here, Job 20 and 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, talking about Esau, eat on the wicked, right? Yahweh shall cast fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain upon him while he is eating, right? Because he eating off the back of the people, right? Now that wrath of Yahweh is coming upon him, he's falling. And this is the beginning stages of it. He losing the deception, losing his veil, right? And he gonna slowly keep declining day by day, right? He gonna slowly keep declining day by day because he ain't speak nothing but pure lies. He ain't speak nothing but pure deception, right? Let's go to Psalms 51, right? It's like Psalms 50 and 19. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit, right? Right here, what it says in the NLT, right? It says, your mouth is filled with wickedness, and your tongue is full of lies. That's all he do. He lie. People are seeing he lying. They don't trust it. They question it. We don't believe this shit no more. Let's go. What's really going on? People really want to know what's really going on, right? You know, people tell people what's really going on. And so Esau so wicked, he gonna use some type of deception. You see that thing that's going around now? People on that boat got off with sickness, and you know, gotta be on point. Esau used things like that to create order. They love chaos to bring their order in, you know, because they trying their best to hold back from just bringing out the sword automatically, right? Because why he wanted to see he wanted to trick the people. He wanted to trick the minority into. When they push this MOTB, you want to trick the minority into following and taking the chip, right? So that they have so many that take it, the rest of people they got no choice but to mandate on the rest of the people, right? But right now he can't do it because people like, man, fuck him, no, hell no. Excuse my language. People start to realize like these people are wicked. People realizing that how those small hats, you know, MLX are running shit. I got so much say so in the country they're not even in. Everything is up. Everything's in an uproar. See, back then, Esau had people so dumbed down, people never paid attention and looked at these things because they were drunk. Well, you know, when you're drunk, you're not sober. You know, you vulnerable. You don't see things. Everything is blurred out. But now people are sobering up, so now they're seeing shit clearly for what it is. All right, a lot of the wicked is falling off. People are starting to see these people don't do nothing but lie. I was watching a movie earlier, right? It was called Phone Booth, right? And it just one thing he said, you gotta pay attention to what they saying in line, man. He had a predictive program, but he said he was basically he was killing all the people who basically wicked, whatnot, right? And he was making the dude admit his wrongs. So as he making the dude admit his wrongs, right? The dude admitting his wrongs, and when the dude admit his wrongs, he like, man, I ain't nothing but a liar. I should be the president, right? He pay attention to little lines like that. They throw him in there, right? They throw him in there. I don't do nothing but lie. I should be the president because these people don't do nothing but lie, right? So now his lies, his light is being put out. Now he's done, right? Let's go to Job 18, right? And let's see, start at verse 5, right? Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light, all of it is not shining. It's done now. But it says in the NLT, surely the light of the wicked shall be snuffed out. The sparks of the fire will not glow. And their tent will grow dark, right? The lamp hanging above will be quenched, right? His light, evil shall be quenched. All of it's being put out, right? You know, all of it's being, you know, he's falling off, right? He says the confident stride of the wicked shall be shortened. You know, it says their own schemes will be their downfall. What it sound like? Most High gonna take the matter of fact, let's go to Job 5. Take the wise in their own craftiness. Job 5 and 13, he says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Right? But it says he traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are throttled. Right? Going to that word throttle, see what it means. Right? To be hurried, be anxious, right? To hasten, to make haste. I want to go into that word throttle by this. Let me see. Oh, I turned the Wi-Fi off, so it. But understanding, you see what understand what it mean, right? He's done in a sense. He's done in a sense. Like you for that, but he's done in a sense. Right here it is, right here again, right? Throttle. Right, let's go. Let me search that up. Let's see. THWARTED, throttle word meaning, right? Yeah, throttle word means to have been successfully prevented, blocked, or frustrated in achieving a plan, desire, or purpose. So he's been brought down, right? His plans are blocked, you know, right? His plans are blocked. He's been brought down, man, right? You know, so now they're done, right? They're done, man, right? I want a quick precept real fast. Proverbs 13:9, right? Lord willing. Yeah, Proverbs 13:9. We want to real quick. We just left count. Wanted to get this done, right? The spirit's on me because you seeing, man. The world is sobering up. Esau, his controlling narrative, controlling what people know, and the knowledge people have is done now, man. The knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai is going across everywhere. It's causing so much uproars and sedition that Esau he loses his way. And like I say, we know what he gonna do. He gonna resort to his sword, or he gonna try some big deception motive to get everybody look at him as a God, look at him as a savior. You know, to make majority of people want to take that MOTB. But he's done now. We know you the wicked. We know you the devil, man. Right? It's Proverbs 13, right? What is that? Verse 9, right? It says, the light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Right? Like it says in the NLT, right? The life of the godly is full of light and joy, but the life of the wicked will be stuffed out, man. You know, and it's being stuffed out now. And they soon to be snuffed out in all. They soon to be wiped away in general, man. Right? So, hey, now it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. His knowledge is increasing. You know, knowledge is increasing, is going out more than ever. Right? Seek the Lord while he is near, you know. So with that being said, you know, Lord willing, right? Holy lessons were quick, edifying, and exalting, right? And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shout out to the whole elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom.